Mila and Parker's precious bond. In the heart of the valley of Verve, where the grass is as soft as velvet and the sky is always a brilliant sapphire blue, lived a girl named Mila. She lived on the Hill of Hues, a place where the colors were so bright they seemed to dance. Mila spent her days with a giant wooden palette, painting the clouds with her imagination and watching them drift across the horizon like soft cotton candy dreams. On the other side of the sparkling silver stream lived Parker. His home was a dale of dreams, a valley filled with the gentle hum of ticking clocks and the glow of tiny inventions. Parker was a maker of wonders, spending his time building clever gadgets out of fallen stars and clockwork. Though he lived across the water, he felt a constant connection to his dearest friend on the hill. Mila and Parker didn't see each other every single day, but they shared a bond built on pure trust. Whenever they met, Mila would marvel at Parker's kindness. Once, when a sparrow fell with a hurt wing, Parker didn't just feel sad. He built the tiny bird a mechanical wing made of gold and light. Mila cheered the loudest, knowing that Parker's clever hands were guided by the biggest heart in the valley. One morning, a strange hush fell over the valley of Verve. The vibrant flowers began to lose their scent, and the once bright petals started to turn into a dull, dusty grey. Mila looked at her garden and felt a pang of sadness. She knew she couldn't fix this mystery alone, but she didn't feel afraid. She knew exactly who would be thinking of her at this very moment. At the exact time, Parker was already walking toward the silver stream. He didn't need a letter or a phone call. He simply knew that Mila might be worried and he wanted to be there for her. He carried a small glowing lantern he had built specifically for dark days. He moved with purpose, his heart full of the steady confidence that comes from a true friendship. "The valley is losing its magic, Parker," Mila said as they met on the stepping stones of the silver stream. Parker reached out and held his lantern high. "Then we will find where the magic went together," he replied. They decided to head toward the Whispering Woods. Mila took the lead, her sharp eyes spotting the hidden trail where Parker kept the light steady so she wouldn't trip on the tangled roots. As the woods grew thicker, a cold grey fog called the Mist of Doubt began to swirl around them. It made Parker's shoulders droop. "What if my gadgets aren't enough to help?" he whispered. Mila immediately stopped and took his hand. "Parker, you gave wings to a sparrow," she reminded him softly. "Your brilliance is exactly what the world needs." Her belief in him acted like a shield against the cold. Further in, they reached the thicket of worries, a wall of thorny vines that seemed impossible to pass. Mila felt her courage waver as she looked at the sharp thorns. Now, it was Parker's turn to be strong. "Mila, you are the girl who paints the clouds," he said firmly. He used a special tool to gently lift the vines. "You are the bravest person I know. Just take my hand." At the very center of the woods, they found a small crystal well covered by heavy stones. Together, they pushed the stones away to reveal the spark of sincerity. When Mila and Parker both reached out to touch it, the spark erupted into a fountain of light. The grey disappeared instantly, replaced by colors more vibrant than anything Mila had ever painted. The valley was beautiful again, but as they walked back to the stream, they realized the colors weren't the real treasure. "Our friendship is the greatest thing we have," Parker said happily. Mila nodded, leaning her head against his shoulder. They knew they would always have their own homes and their own work, but they would never be lonely. Their bond was precious, true, and always there when it mattered most.